Welcome to Knowcast by CMUBS, Chiang Mai University Business School, your trusted space for insightful conversations that connect academic research with real-world impact. Here, we bring knowledge to life, exploring ideas, innovations, and inspirations from scholars, students, and professionals across Thailand and beyond. Each episode dives into thought-provoking topics in business, management, and social studies, turning complex research into stories you can relate to and learn from. Whether you're a student, a researcher, or simply someone who loves to learn, Knowcast by CMUBS invites you to listen, think, and grow with us. Let's discover new perspectives together, because knowledge is more than information. It's the power to inspire change. You're now listening to Knowcast by CMUBS, Chiang Mai University Business School.
You know, we hear it all the time, right? Just be more mindful and you'll handle work stress better. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the way most of us think about mindfulness is actually wrong? Well, there's this incredible scientific study that uncovers a plot twist, and it's going to completely change how you think about getting through a tough day at the office. Listen to this. It seems I am running on automatic, without much awareness of what I am doing. And get this, that's not just someone venting. That is an actual line from a scientific test that measures mindfulness. It's that feeling, you're just going through the motions, jumping from one email to the next meeting, and at the end of the day, you're not even sure you were really there for any of it. Sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so. You are definitely not alone. That whole autopilot thing, it's pretty much at the heart of the modern work struggle, and it's a huge problem for our resilience. All right, so let's just zoom out for a second. The modern workplace. It can feel like a total minefield, right? You've got everything from huge global stuff shaking things up, down to the daily grind of just too much work. Our ability to just keep our heads above water is being tested constantly. So in this world, resilience isn't some fluffy, nice-to-have skill. No, it's a flat-out survival tool. But what do we even mean by resilience at work? It's not just about, sucking it up and bouncing back. The real scientific definition is way cooler. It's about being able to manage challenges, adapt to them, and here's the kicker, to actually grow because of them. So it's not passive, it's a totally active, dynamic skill. Okay, so the million-dollar question. How do we get more of it? How do we build this resilience? And for the last 10 years, the answer we've all been given is mindfulness. Meditate more, be present. But what if that's only half the story? Or maybe not even the most important half? Okay, this is where things get really, really interesting, because it turns out mindfulness isn't just one thing. This is the huge insight from the research. There are actually two totally different kinds of mindfulness. First up, you've got what the researchers call Eastern mindfulness. This is probably the one you're thinking of. It's rooted in ancient traditions like meditation. It's all about that calm, passive awareness, just observing your thoughts, your feelings, whatever's happening right now, without getting all judgy about it. You're just noticing. But then there's this other thing called Western mindfulness, and this one is completely different. It's active. You can think of it as active information processing. This is where you take that awareness and you do something with it. You engage with the world, you look for new info, you hunt for creative ways to solve problems. It's all about a goal. So let's just lay it out side by side. On one hand, you've got Eastern mindfulness. It's passive, its whole focus is awareness, and the goal is to just observe without judgment. Then you have Western mindfulness. It's active, the focus is on engagement, and the goal is straight up problem solving. See? We're talking about two totally different mindsets, but we've been calling them both mindfulness. And this, my friends, is where we get to the big plot twist. Because when scientists actually tested which of these two types of mindfulness helps us be more resilient at work, well, the answer was a huge surprise. So, which is it? When things are going crazy at work, what actually helps you bounce back? Is it the quiet, calm observation of that Eastern style? Or is it the proactive, roll-up-your-sleeves engagement of the Western style? Well, they didn't just guess. The study looked at over 700 employees to figure this out, and the answer they found, it's a total game changer. Okay, you ready for this? Here it is. The study found that Eastern mindfulness, the passive, meditative kind, had, wait for it, 0 direct positive impact on employee resilience. Zilch, nada. But Western mindfulness, that active problem-solving kind, it had a huge direct positive effect, a really strong one. I mean, just look at this. The difference is just, wow. The direct effect from Eastern mindfulness, basically zero. Statistically, it just wasn't there. But the effect from Western mindfulness, huge. They measured it with something called a beta coefficient, and it was 0.86. Now, you don't need to be a statistician to know that is a massive, super strong connection. Okay, so wait, does this mean all that meditation and being present is useless for resilience? No, not at all. This is where it gets even more fascinating. It's not useless, it's just the first step. So if it's the first step, then how does it all fit together? Well, the study figured that out too. They uncovered the real path to resilience, and it turns out these two types of mindfulness have to work together in a really specific order. This quote from a hospital director in the study just nails it. He said, "When we face a crisis, if we are mindful, aware, and analyze, we will know what we should do." See that? You start with being aware. That's your Eastern mindfulness. But then you have to analyze, and that's the Western mindfulness kicking in. One literally sets the stage for the other. So here's the recipe, the 3-step path. Step 1, you build that awareness. That's your Eastern mindfulness. It helps you calm down, take a breath, and actually see the problem clearly. Step 2, you take that clarity and you activate engagement. You start actively problem solving. That's your Western mindfulness. And step 3, that's when you achieve resilience. It's that 1-2 punch that does the trick. I love this analogy they use. Think of it like this. Eastern mindfulness is the runway. It gives you that clear, stable, long stretch you need to get ready. But hey, a runway by itself doesn't actually get you anywhere, right? Western mindfulness, that's the plane hitting the throttle and taking off. You absolutely need both to get airborne. All right, so let's bring this all home. What's the big takeaway? How do we actually use this to get better at handling, well, life and work? Check out this quote from a police deputy commissioner. It really drives the point home. He says, "In case of emergency, we have only 3 seconds for the decision. Concentration is essential." Think about that. You need that initial concentration, that awareness just to not panic. But that calm is totally useless if it doesn't lead, like right now, to a decision, to an action. So here's the bottom line. Real resilience is not about just being a calm observer of your own stress. It starts there with that passive awareness, but then it has to be activated by active engagement. Don't just sit there and watch your problems float by like clouds. The whole point is to use that moment of clarity to stand up and creatively solve them. So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you're stressed, the next time you're facing a big challenge, ask yourself, am I just sitting here observing the problem from the runway? Or am I ready to use this moment of calm to power up the engines and actually take off? Because that right there, that's the real secret to resilience.
Thank you for listening to Knowcast by CMUBS, Chiang Mai University Business School. We hope today's episode inspired you to see knowledge in a new light, as something you can use, share, and grow with. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel for more conversations that bridge ideas, innovation, and impact. You can also connect with us on social media to stay updated on upcoming episodes and research insights from CMUBS. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep discovering, because every idea has the power to make a difference. This is Knowcast by CMUBS, signing off with knowledge that inspires change.